he's definitely, because even for fire safety or whatever, you know.
Right.
That's pretty steep.
Yep.
So.
There's a precise slope that we have to fall within.
Huh?
There's a precise slope.
Mhm.
And looks like you're about 66 inches. And what I'll do is contact engineering. Because I have a professional engineer that we have to get everything permitted because it's structural. And
we're about to get this finished as well.
sure.
It's really steep.
Well, the question I have: do you know what the tubing is?
That's for irrigation.
Yeah, it looks like a.
I see
Because
what you're
it's
saying.
gonna go further than these steps to get that slope, you know, at a not such a high pitch. It's you're gonna end up further down is what you're gonna.
Okay,
have.
we can't do anything with that irrigation.
Well,
that's hard wire. That's hard set in there.
Well, there's two provisions in the code. One is that it has to have I think it's a minimum slope of 18 degrees. And if it's a certain length, then you have to have a stop pad within, I think it's every 10 to 12 feet. Yeah, and you know, however you want to configure it, we could shoot it straight in the backyard.
No. We figured it'd be an L shape.
Well, that was a suggestion. I had no intention that you would, but for example, it would go maybe, you know, 8 or 10 feet, a square pad, and 8 or 10 feet. But we can probably. I don't know that we have enough distance.
No, the irrigation is right in the way.
But if it wasn't in the way, you would.
We can't do anything about it. No, I mean it's all hard underneath in the plumbing. There's nothing we can do about it. It's structural.
We wrap it around the deck.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, we'll give you a square pad on the side, and then probably to the end, and it would be an L shape once you look at it top down. And from this side, it would go down, except we've got another irrigation tube. So what we might do is go down as far as we can.
You do?
There's a tube.
Oh, yeah.
And then we, you know, here again, I don't know how far the slope is going to put us, but you know, it's certainly something that we have to check. Is that within a certain number of feet, then we have a square 4x4 that you turn and then you go down. But we can't get it all the way to the end because the irrigation tube, we could turn again and go that way.
Some guys are having the right person. I have to send this off to the DA and we're working money after that.
Are you having cement?
It would be. Well, the post would be set in cement, but as far as
you want to be facing,
it wouldn't be a pad
on the ground.
It would be just rolling right off of the grass onto the. It would come in at a low angle.
What would the materials be?
It would be just like this right here. You would just like this, and that's why if you're going to get this stain, I would recommend before you get the ramp up to. I mean, if you're going to end up having to stain the ramp as well.
Right.
So I would probably wait on that because otherwise you're going to come back and have to do the ramp later.
My concern about the ramp being that steep is me and the kids.
Right.
That's my concern.
Well, it's going to have to be and like Lee was saying, it's going to have to be at a certain pitch, allowable pitch as far as what code's going to make it. So it's going to be where you're not going to be, you know, running down. How old are your kids? Are they?
Well, they're old enough, but
Okay.
I mean, it's just for both of us, for us to go up and down. It's
Right.
easier for us to use steps.
Right.
You
Yep.
see, and so I was just that's my concern is me and the kids. I mean, I love my husband. Don't get me wrong. I'm concerned about him. I'm also concerned about our comfort as well.
Sure.
What?
I do live here, thank you.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying. I just wanted to know what the slope was going to be because those are steep steps.
Yeah, it'll be sloped gently, so you're not going to be going like straight down.
Exactly, because there's an allowable amount. They're not going to give you something that you're going to be falling down or, you know, I mean, it'll all be engineered and it'll have to be inspected. So there's codes that we have to follow.
Okay.
It's going to be a handicap.
Right. But we definitely need something for him back here, yeah. But I'm thinking the garage in the front, the only thing you need is a rail. Because with the garage, it's not much at all. It's more of a hassle getting you up and down that ramp in the L shape because it's so tight there.
Jay, the best thing to do might be
Get that
harvest.
relocated.
Well, A or B, keep the steps or close them off and get rid of them.
Right.
Use the wood, at least the balusters, whatever you can, two
Right.
guys, and
Right.
close it off. And come out probably to here and get a 4x4
Right.
and shoot it down that way as far as you can.
Okay.
You agree?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, we got a plan,
Okay.
working plan. Option A or B, keep or remove the steps. If you keep the steps for whoever uses steps, or if you remove the steps, we can harvest some lumber off of it and enclose the area where the steps have an egress, and then open this side much like that is. And I think the code is 4 foot roughly, and build a square 4 foot by 4 foot, which is a code for handicap access and egress, and shoot your ramp down the front side.
And then you'd have both. If you could leave that here and have the steps, and then you would have the ramp area too.
I think that's great. I think that's
And I think that would be better than taking your pad over here, because if you end up in the neighbor's yard, and I can have one straight shot, I don't know how far it's going to go, but we're going to check our code here again. Our professional engineer does all of our plans, and but it's a nice deck.
I know it's kind of like it's a shame, but yet.
Yeah. Well, it's still going to be a nice deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice that you've got the woods out here.
I
too,
know. And
which
you know
is-
what? You want to hear what Durham inspectors did? See how everybody has all this beautiful.
Yeah.
They made them dig it out.
Why did they do that?
It's some young joker, I guess, and he said for water drainage.
Wow.
And I'm like, hello, this is for water drainage.
Yeah.
And so now I got all these weeds stuff growing on because, of course, they haven't come back. He was going to resod it, plant some trees. Of course, he hasn't gotten back to it. So now, in the meantime, I got all this stuff growing here.
It'll grow back. I mean, it'll seed itself with time.
Well, I know, but it
in
was
time.
like, I'm
I-
like, and then he came back and he looked at it and he said to our builder, "Gee, do you think I was a little too hard? He wanted to ring his neck." And it was like, I want to call them, and then I thought he was going to leave the number, but he never did because I could do a better job than him.